Hello everyone, welcome to another Let's Play of Darkest Dungeon. My name is Anna Mardall, and we are going into week 3/4. Medical ward treatments can sometimes wipe out more than one disease. So as we've already seen, there are dungeon events which can give your characters a disease. There are town events which can give your characters diseases. I think we may have already seen that the brothel has a random syphilis event. So sometimes when you put someone in medical treatment...
Our family name, once so well regarded, is now barely whispered aloud by decent folk.
Okay. Sometimes medical ward treatments take off more than one disease. We can't even get in the medical wards yet because those haven't been unlocked. So what we can do is we can go on a quest. And I stopped our quest with people that we don't really care if they don't, if we have to dismiss them after, except Vespa, who is our healer. I do plan to keep her, obviously, until we get more healers at the very least. 90% of rooms, 90% of rooms. Oh, that's pretty. 8 speed on first room. Ooh, I like that. Uncommon. 90% of rooms. 90% of rooms. So we'll take a medium one that has a camp in it. Unholy machinations have crushed together hallway and vault. Explore your ancestral home as far as you are able. So we have a firewood because it's a quest that has camping. It's a medium long quest. Let's take a stack of torches. We'll take 16 food. We'll take 2 shovels, 2 keys, and 1 more bandage. Alrighty. Now, I don't want to win this quest. So, first we need to look at how many rooms there are.
Pace out the halls of your lineage once familiar, now foreign.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So 90% of 13 is 11.7. I don't, again, know how they round, but let's just declare these 2 rooms off limits and do the rest of them. We should be able to do that. An Iron Maiden. That's a good one. I think we need medicinal herbs for that. Yep, my bad. I should have brought medicinal herbs. I nearly did, I just didn't. So 40% chance of loot, 20% chance of claustrophobia as a negative quirk, and then there's another 20% of disease and 20% of random. So I don't really care what happens to you. Loot.
Finding the stuff is only the first test. Now it must be carried home.
Aren't you negative? Negative Nelly, that's what you are. We'll stun this arbalist. I wanted to stun the stress causer, but that wasn't available. And we'll try to kill the arbalist. Or the stress causer. Alright, you're new. I guess the arbalist was too. I didn't go through what she does, so I'll do that next time. A melee hack that has a good chance of critical, a melee hack that causes bleed, a melee attack that surges her forward to attack the front 3 people, and an adrenaline rush that heals self and buffs her damage. So that actually might be useful. Damage 20% and accuracy up. And then we've seen the usual Crusader's Smite and Accusation. Holy Lance is a attack from the back, and he has some heal and stress reduction stuff, which isn't nothing.
Executed with impunity.
Of course, they're targeting my already stressed character for more stress. Thanks so much. Try this heal card. Ooh, 3 of each. That was nice. Okay, so the Arbalest is long range. We've got a sniper shot. We've got a sniper mark, which makes the sniper mark shot stronger. We've got some healing. Not great, but not awful. 2 to 3. And a rallying flare that de-stealths the other enemies.
Confidence surges as the enemy crumbles.
Seen a lot of stealth yet. We haven't, I think, seen any stealth yet. But the there are some characters in some of the other dungeons.
As the fiend falls, a faint hope blossoms.
Who disguise themselves or hide with stealth, and then you can't target them because you can't see them, and that's a pain. So anything that gets rid of stealth right now is useful.
Their formation is broken. Maintain the offensive.
And right there, the only stealth we had, the only attack we had was our D-stealth, because everything else had to be not on the front row, so that was kind of funny. But it did add to our torch. We have a locked sarcophagus, for which we'll use a key.
Wealth beyond measure. Awarded to the brave and the foolhardy alike.
I don't know that I would call 75 gold beyond measure, but
A fortune, waiting to be spent.
I mean, we measured it right there. It was 75. Ouch. No scouting, huh? Let's not. We don't need to go that way. Oh, the confession booth. It's interesting. So if you just click on it, there's a 50% chance of stress, a 25% chance of loot, and a 25% chance that it will remove, okay, a negative quirk. Which, removing a negative quirk, that's worth anywhere from like 1,600 in the sanitarium to 6,000 in the sanitarium. That's a big find. Or you might get 15 stress. You have the least amount of stress, my dear. So you... Oh, and if you throw water, holy water on it, you heal stress 30. Ah, 50% stress 15, but she was stress 22. I was hoping for a remove negative quirk.
Mind that such missteps are the exception, and not the rule.
It's not my fault that it was a trap.
Even the cold stone seems bent on preventing passage.
Again, let's not. We've got other ways to go. Books. She is now a daredevil. 15 plus dodge if hit point is below 25%. That's nice. Everyone is hungry, so you get some food. We should run. Damnation.
The darkness holds much worse than mere trickery and boogeymen.
Okay. Not good. Wait a second. What's that? Everything's gonna be alright, guys. You guys worry too much. It is terrifying.
Continue the onslaught. Destroy them all.
We're trying, my sister. He seems awfully bloodthirsty for, you know, a guy who is supposedly... Your hero is bleeding. If you wish, you can use a bandage from inventory to stop the flow. Right-click on the bandage while it's the injured hero's turn. And I will demonstrate that that doesn't use up our turn. So that's good. Oh, we could have done the adrenaline rush. I should have done that. I forgot she could do that. Alright,
The wounds of war can be healed, but never hidden. Press this advantage. Give them no quarter.
Clearing skill. Or a long distance attack.
Ghoulish horrors. Brought low and driven into the mud.
Okay.
A full pack often attracts unwanted attention.
Critical scouting success will sometimes reveal a secret room. Advance to the tile marked with a star and press W to click to enter. Fabulous wealth and riches await those equipped with a key. Oh. Okay. Well, let's go this way.
And now, the darkness holds dominion. Black as death.
Dude, are you trying to creep us out? 'Cause it feels like you are. Okay, here's the star. A chest untouched for centuries. There's a locked compartment on the side of it. And if you just open it, you do get some treasure. But if you have a key, which we do,
Glittering gold, trinkets and baubles. Paid for in blood.
then we get these puzzling trapezohedrons.
Ornaments. Neatly ordered. Lovingly admired.
What is a trapezohedron? Is that like a made-up word for this? A solid figure whose faces are trapeziums or trapezoids. Is it a geode? Is this a fancy word for saying geode? They don't stack. 3,500 gold each, but they do not stack. Okay, got some decisions to make.
Gathered close in tenuous firelight and uneasy companionship.
How are we uneasy together? I think we're all doing really well. Excuse me while I clean up my inventory. Treasures and then building stuff. More treasures over here. Okay. So the Vestal is reading. The Arbalest is just hanging out, looks like. The Hellion is hanging out with her hands on her knees. And the Crusader is resting as well. What are our options for? We got 12 points. Stress for battles, accuracy and dodge, stress reduction. Might be good for her. She's got lots of stress. Healing, speed, accuracy and damage. Stress. Oh, this one's good. Zealous speech. Party is 15 stress, all companions 15% stress in a battle. Forget not that our errand is holy and just. She can't use this on herself, that's annoying. Come, wrestle with me. It will lift your spirits. The Hellion and the Vestal reduce stress from wrestling with each other. Sure. Good. I'm happy. That makes me happy. Okay, this is going to prevent nighttime ambush, and that's a big deal to me. Light, grant me the strength to overcome whatever appears in our path. Pretty background here. You got candles, you got some kind of praying saint. You've got a guy with a sword in his chest. There's nothing for it now. We've run out of wood. Hunting here seems futile. All meat is surely tainted.
As the light gains purchase, spirits are lifted, and purpose is made clear.
That rest gave us full torchlight again. I'm not sure why camping gives you full lamplight. I guess we reused wood from the fire to be our torches. we're gonna go this way and we're gonna be real careful of this trap. Whoops, that's not what I want. Trap disarm 50, trap disarm 60, trap disarm 50, and trap disarm 60. Okay, it's up to you, sweetheart. There we go. Well done. So I should add, we were walking through the halls in pitch darkness earlier. That's a good way to get ambushed by a really bad boss fight. And I don't want that, so I was kind of playing with fire there. Goodness gracious, there are a lot of obstacles. It did warn that the halls were crappy. Got a torch, we got some gold, we got rubies and a journal page. Journal of Darius Highwayman, 2 of 6, Day 4. The road to this damned hamlet was a tricky one, both to find and to travel. When it revealed its ruined face, I swore I had never seen such neglect. Some buildings collapsed, and uncaring residents fidgeting uselessly. I swore I had never seen such neglect. Some buildings collapsed, and uncaring residents fidgeting uselessly. There's something very wrong with that sentence. I'm not really sure how to fix it, but I think I get it. I went swiftly to the tavern. Others with similar interests had gathered there, and I was assembled into an expedition. We leave at first light on the morrow. I was assembled into... Okay, so he went to the hamlet in search of work and was hired by our ancestor? Can we stun the spider? Good. And the maggots we can kill.
Another abomination, cleansed from our lands.
The spiders are bad. They blighted. Oh no, it diseased. I didn't know it could do that. It diseased Perry. Creeping cough. Negative 20 damage.
Another one
disease.
falls.
It's a very bad disease.
Back to the pit.
Okay, so it's kind of messed up.
Success so clearly in view. Or is it merely a trick of the light?
The maggots are more dangerous than the skeletons. That's kind of messed up. Okay, let's move towards this curio.
Packs laden with loot are often low on supplies.
And then we'll back up and hopefully it won't cause us too much stress. Okay. We don't want to be greedy and end up getting ourselves killed trying to maximize all of our loot. I think we can take it. Harry needs some healing. And some bandages. Damn it. She has the inadequacy feelings. adjustment. Stop it!
A momentary abatement.
Even.
As victories mount, so too will resistance.
The blackest of fates, 2 of 5. In that same instance, we found ourselves in a place of suffocating dark, facing a creature that defies description, and whose recollection causes my quill to jump and shudder. It is merciful, only fragments of our battle remain in my psyche. I see Cuthbert hacking at the quivering appendages of the monster. I recall how a piece of its flesh sloughed off, and of its own accord sprang onto Boleyn, piercing her stout plate. The occultist, as if to offer himself as tribute, was torn apart by its writhing limbs. Oh. Fine. The 75 gold is worth more than the shot. Good, they're surprised. Kill them all. Okay, there's no chance of hitting him because he's too far back. What good does surprising them do if they go after us? Oh, well, okay, now this must be the second round. It's just their speed is good enough to go first. No, they all went in the first round. I guess they go last in the first round. But it's not like when we're surprised and our formation's all messed up. You can't tell me that formation was the way it was. That seems unfair. What? Something in Darkest Dungeon is unfair? We must alert the developers. They'll fix it. That's a joke, because the game is intentionally unfair. But it does seem unfair. They should start with their formation all messed up too.
Fear and frailty
fear a
finally
martyrdom.
claim their due.
I will not. And now she's gonna upset everybody with her fears. She's actually under 100 stress now, but you don't fix the affliction unless you get it all the way down to 0. Stop dodging. What is your... What determines that? Because you're so bad at it. Your dodge is 8 and your attack is insufficient.
Begone, fiend! A momentary abatement. Remind yourself that overconfidence is a slow and insidious killer.
Goodbye, last torch. A locked sarcophagus. It's locked. We are totally out of keys. It's trapped. Should have known better. Yeah, you should have, but I mean... There's 3 curios before another battle. I'll take that. Sack is empty. Decorative urn. If we hit a sudden, your heroes are hungry, feed them thing, which we will soon. No! There was 90% of rooms. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Does the original room count? 14? So that's 90% of 14 instead of 13? So that'd be, it should be 12 rooms either way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Did the secret room count as 12? Oh, bloody heck. I didn't want to keep any of them. I didn't want to level them up. Damn it. I didn't want to level up the dungeon. Damn it. This didn't even have a trinket that I cared about. Damn it. I didn't take the one that had the trinket I cared about. Stress continues to build to the point of affliction. If a hero's stress bar fills out a second time completely, their body will give out. Give them aid or retreat back to town before this happens. Death awaits us all. So if she gets up to 200 stress, she will die of a heart attack. Literally. You will die of a heart attack. How many rooms is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Maybe 15 if the secret one counts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I would not have counted it that way. I'm trying to figure it out because here we go. How is 90% of rooms rounded? Interestingly, I was able to leave 3 unexplored rooms on my 14 dungeon. It did have a secret room though, which I did go into, so perhaps that counted. It must have. The secret room must count as a room. I have to be careful of that next time.
These nightmarish creatures can be felled. They can be beaten. A handsome reward for a task well performed.
So what happens if we drop one of these journal pages? You are you do not need to keep walking around collecting stuff. Your inventory is full anyway.
Secrets and wonders can be found in the most tenebrous corners of this place.
Damn it.
This expedition at least promises success.
You're attempting fate. You don't look further away from the boss monster that shows up in the dark. This is not wise. And your packs are full. So it's not even like, oh, I'll get more stuff.
To fall for such a little thing.
Yeah.
A bite of bread.
What if... You just look for a cure. Look, there's a pack. We tangled with some unruly louts. Raven called them cultists. They were ferocious but clumsy. We have to go.
There can be no hope in this hell.
We have
no hope at
7
all.
Stress before our best.
The great
best
ruins
retires.
belong to us. And we will find whatever secrets they hold.
See, I'll never wear this. -10 to healing skills for a healer, plus 15 damage on a healer. Oh, I should have done the other dungeon. How foolish of me. May not meditate while in town. Oh, I feel foolish. I did not mean
Trouble
to do
yourself not
this.
with the cost of this crusade. Its noble end affords you broad tolerance in your choice of means.
So we have a new arrival, the heir. A letter, a journal, a dark curse. The heir will do her best to help, even if it costs her life. I actually really like this new addition to the cast. She's a mod. Born too late to enjoy the family's once plentiful luxury, the heir was instead raised within a cult. Growing up learning the same research that drove her ancestor mad, the heir has instead drawn powers from the ancient incantations, deadly to foes, and able to provide unconventional healing to her teammates. So the heir is a young woman. I'm going to name her in a previous one. Her name was Everest, and I liked that. The heir is a young woman, very short, let's say 18 plus, because whoever coded her forgot to turn off the brothel. They remembered with the Exorcist who refused to do any of that, but they forgot to do that with her. So a young 18-year-old or older woman who was born into the same family that we're a family member of, so she's a distant relation to herself. And she was born after the ancestor had begun dabbling in the occult, and she was raised within the cult. But she doesn't agree with their methods and hasn't joined them. She is a healer, There's a heal 3/4 that buffs for dodge that we need to unlock. There's a heal party for 2/3, which is, I think, better than it's better than the heal party that the Vesper starts with. And she also has some other protective skills. She's extremely useful. I like her a lot. So she will be coming with us on numerous times. Mobek had a 9 in the town, recovered 645 stress. Duquesne, engaged in flagellations, recovered 65 stress. The sanitarium is now unlocked. The Cove and the Warrens have been unlocked, and everybody who was in that party is now level 1 or higher. Just level 1. So the ruins, oh thank God, the ruins did not quite level up. Although each time you clear an area, they all reset in terms of what their bonuses are. So that Vesper item that I want, Vestal item, is gone. And that makes me so sad. If I was going to complete one, which I didn't want to complete one, I would have preferred to complete that one. And I think that was the only medium one in the level 1 ruins, so yeah. Now we're just stuck with short ones. Y'all, I am so angry at myself. I can't even begin to tell you how angry I am with myself. Medium was the best way to get lots and lots of stuff. I mean, look at that. We went from 19,000 when we left to 43. I am angry with myself. Did not mean to complete that level. Okay, but here we are. Living with the... with the consequences and doing our best. So we've got this new character class called Lamia, and I really like her too. She was the one that we just got a trinket for that I will never ever use. The Lamia is a deceitful creature hidden beneath a veil of beauty. The Lamia has 2 very distinct forms. As a human, she acts as a healer, providing much needed stress relief, curing bleeds and blights, and debuffing enemy targets. However, to maintain her appearance, the Lamia cannot inflict any harm. In terms of desperation, the Lamia can reveal her true form, replacing her supportive abilities with attacks of unmatched versatility and effectiveness. Unfortunately, the hideous appearance of the Lamia can inflict massive stress to her party, and such is her nature that as she attacks, she may disrupt her own party's formation. Regardless of the form she takes, the Lamia is very fragile, relying on either her speed in beast form or her allies in human form to survive. Without proper protection, the Lamia can easily be rendered useless, or in the worst case, dead. Beauty is remembered forever. So, no, this is what I want. So this is the Lamia form. I really like her recolors. You've got this kind of blonde gold, the rose brown, the different shades of blue here. And she's carrying a broken mirror, and she wears beautiful robes. And her comic is that of her explanation comic is that of a beautiful young woman who, it looks like she was murdered by a Lamia to take her appearance. Like maybe she has to do that every so often to stay young and beautiful. And I even like, so she's based on, we talked about the Abomination class that has all of their stuff unlocked, but the first one is a toggle between human and beast, and these 3 are for the human form, and these 3 are for the beast form. I even like the careful way they made it kind of color-coded. You've got blue, green, yellow, red, yellow, and then blue, green. It's very beautiful. This toggles her human and beast self. These are her human forms. Cleansing Tide, which heals and cures bleed and blight. A stress heal, which is very good. And then an allure attack that pulls any of the enemies forward by 1 and reduces their dodge. I mean, that's an amazing attack. That's really good. So she's just in her human form. She's incredibly useful to have. In her beast form, she has a petrifying gaze, which doesn't do much damage, but it stuns and reduces their dodge and speed. A slither, which moves her forward 3 and buffs herself with a lot of damage and dodge. And then a hiss, which does the actual... No, slither is her actual damage attack, and the hiss pushes her back. So this is a pull forward attack, and the hiss is a pull back minor attack. Okay. So, and she came to us as level 1, which is nice. Good to have you along, sweetheart. And the ones that come at level 1 apparently also have upgraded equipment and upgraded all their skills. So that saves us a lot of money. We will take... We will take the others, although I'm not seeking more of those. But in fact, I think we'll just dismiss Mobek.
The task ahead is terrible, and weakness cannot be tolerated.
So the thing that opened this week is the Sanitarium, which is most often used to remove negative quirks and diseases, but you can also use it to reinforce a positive quirk, which will lock it in place and prevent new positive quirks from displacing it. You can lock in a maximum of 3 positive quirks per hero. Reynald, who I intend to keep, will be getting rid of this Kleptomaniac because that is just... do not steal my items. We will reduce the cost of quirk treatment. That went from 1,500 to 13.
The front line of this war is not in the dungeon, but rather inside the mind.
Yes, very profound. Restrain me not. I'm here of my own volition. So, who is so stressed out that they need... a lot of people are so stressed out that they need treatment. Okay, he's taking up the prayer. Vespa will go in the flagellation. Atonement is within my grasp. Fastel will go in the brothel. Here's an extra coin. I wasn't here. Did not intend to keep Parry, but if he's going to be with a level 1, then I guess he can stay. He needs a new name, though. I think Parry is... There, your name is Prester. And you can go into the sanitarium and get treated for your creeping cough. It's just a rash. Why do you need a knife? Oh, good old medieval treatments. So, let's go back to the stagecoach, and we're gonna need more deeds and shields if we want to upgrade how many come. If we want to unlock any more medium areas, which medium is best for there's more stuff to pick up before we give up and go home. If we want to unlock more medium areas, we're gonna need to level up these areas from 0 to 1. So we're gonna put in zeros that I personally would like to keep and level up. don't really like any of her skins totally. I guess the yellow one is probably my favorite. But Herbert is wearing the yellow one, so Herbert can go be brown. Let's go back to the estate. Now, am I wrong, or... Yeah, we can't level up his stuff because it was too big to be called a sword. Massive, thick, heavy, and far too rough. Instead, it was a heap of raw iron. And there's not a lot we can do here, but we can reduce the training.
Every
cost.
creature has a weakness. The wise hero trains for what she will face.
A former mercenary, a branded warrior, a survivor of the Eclipse. The Eclipse? The Black Serpent fights relentlessly against the ravenous demons and struggles between pursuing his own ends and protecting those who are dear to him. Is he an XP from something else? I bet he is. I don't usually like bringing in people from something else, but if it's from something I don't know about, then it's less likely to break my immersion. Heroes can only have 4 active combat skills at a time. Toggle the skills on and off to change your loadout and watch how it changes the hero's positional strength in the display above. Okay, he really does need. So if you have all your skills turned off, then there's no preferred position, no preferred target. And it's good that these things are there and you can see them, because otherwise you could end up with a party where everybody where if you ended up with a party where they all could only all be in the front too, then we'd have a problem. A sandstorm of grace and fury, the Shieldbreaker dances through the ranks, delivering precision strikes of remarkable power, sundering armor, breaking enemy formations, and leaving the taste of venom wherever she goes. The Shieldbreaker is a remorseless combatant. That's a ranged attack, which is not terrible. Moves her forward and moves her back. Oh, I like that. So if we have Pierce to move her forward, 90, 10. Puncture, Adder's Kiss to move her back, and then expose. Okay. Duquesne is an exorcist. A powerful disruptive combatant, the exorcist calls upon his unwavering faith in combat to smite his foes, condemning them with holy magic. A lifetime of servitude has made him terrifyingly effective at banishing unholy monstrosities and eldritch evils. His knowledge of prayers allows him to fortify his teammates by rallying them to his zealous cause. Oh, that's cool. Stress heal per corpse, clears all corpses. Perdition, bypasses stealth, marks target, adds a torch. Knockback and stun. I don't usually buy all of those skills if we can avoid it, but I'm not quite sure how to play him yet. Okay, Eldritch and Unholy, that's a good attack. That's a less good attack. Oh, but it's the thing that stacks, so it gets stronger as he uses it. Knockback and stun. Bypass stealth the marked target. Heal. Stress heals per enemy corpse and clears all corpses. I do like that. Alright, let's hold on to those. And then what about Evers? Sorry, that's not what her name was. Her name was Ellers. Not that y'all care, but I like consistency. I liked her. It was a shame when that game became unplayable. Born too late to enjoy the family's once plentiful luxury, the heir was raised instead within a cult. We already read that from the game, from the mod page. Buff target is very good. Okay, we need the heal. What does that do? Oh, it's an attack. I want the buff. So we'll heal. We'll have the heal party and the heal individual. We'll have the buff. And we'll have the bleed attack. 85, 45 bleed. 85, 20. Bleed and mark. Oh, that's better though. Why wouldn't we? Okay, well, we'll buy that one too then. 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. That was a lot of money spent. I don't like to usually spend that much money. So when we go, we will probably go to the Cove, because they have a lot of stealthy people and we have a lot of stealth removal stuff. The Cove requires a lot of shovels, a lot of medicinal herbs, and holy water. Not so much keys. I don't think there's very many keys needed in the Cove. We'll take one. Alright, that is our plan, and with that, we will exit to the main menu. That was week 3 and 4. And when we come back, we'll do week 4 and 5. It will end up week 4 and start week 5. So this has been Darkest Dungeon. Once again, my name is Anna Mardal. I hope that you're enjoying these and finding them interesting or relaxing. And thank you for coming along with me. I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.